The first rumble of thunder echoed through the house, a low growl that sent shivers down Sarah's spine. Her heart pounded in her chest, a frantic drum against her ribs. Rain began to fall, gentle at first, then quickly escalating into a torrential downpour. Each flash of lightning illuminated the room in a stark white light, followed by a deafening clap of thunder that seemed to shake the very foundation of the house. Sarah was trapped. She scurried to the darkest corner of her bedroom, huddling beneath a mountain of blankets. Her breath came in short, shallow gasps, her body trembling uncontrollably. The storm, in all its fury, was a monster outside her door, and she was its prisoner. Every flash of lightning, every roar of thunder, sent a fresh wave of terror washing over her. This was more than just a dislike of storms. This was Astraphobia, an overwhelming and debilitating fear of thunder and lightning. It was a fear that controlled her life, dictating her actions and limiting her experiences. The world outside shrank, becoming a menacing and unpredictable place whenever the sky turned dark. For those like Sarah, a summer storm wasn't a refreshing change of pace, but a source of paralyzing dread. The rumble of thunder, the flash of lightning. These weren't just weather phenomena, but triggers for a primal fear that could leave them feeling helpless and alone. Understanding astrophobia means acknowledging this fear, not as an irrational overreaction, but as a real and debilitating condition that deserves attention and care. Astrophobia is not merely disliking storms, it's a complex phobia with deep roots in our psychology. It's an anxiety disorder where thunder and lightning become more than meteorological events. They transform into harbingers of danger, triggering the brain's fight-or-flight response. This response, designed to protect us from threats, goes into overdrive, flooding the body with adrenaline and causing a cascade of physical and emotional reactions. The rapid heartbeat, the shortness of breath, the overwhelming urge to flee. These are not signs of weakness, but the body's primal instinct kicking in, preparing us to confront or escape a perceived threat. However, in the case of astrophobia, this threat, while very real in the mind of the sufferer, is not an immediate physical danger. This disconnect between the perceived threat and the actual situation is what makes phobias so challenging. Our brains, particularly a region called the amygdala, play a crucial role in fear and anxiety. The amygdala processes sensory information and decides on its threat level. In individuals with astrophobia, the amygdala may overreact to storm-related stimuli, interpreting them as far more dangerous than they actually are. This triggers the fight-or-flight response, even when there's no logical reason for it. Understanding the science behind astrophobia helps us see it not as irrational behavior, but as a misfiring of the brain's alarm system. This understanding is crucial for both sufferers and those around them, paving the way for empathy, support, and effective treatment. It's about recognizing that astrophobia is not a choice but a condition. And like any condition, it can be managed and overcome with the right approach. Astrophobia, while often misunderstood, is surprisingly common. It affects millions worldwide, transcending age, cultural background, and socioeconomic status. While it can emerge at any point in life, it often first appears in childhood, a time when the world can feel vast, unpredictable, and full of potential dangers. Children, with their developing understanding of the world, may be particularly susceptible to developing astrophobia, especially if they've experienced a traumatic storm-related event. The impact of astrophobia extends far beyond a few uncomfortable moments during a storm. It can significantly impact an individual's quality of life, leading to social isolation, missed opportunities, and constant anxiety. Imagine being unable to enjoy a simple walk in the park on a cloudy day, or dreading the approach of summer with its promise of thunderstorms. This constant fear can seep into various aspects of life, affecting work, relationships, and overall well-being. The good news is that astrophobia is treatable. Numerous resources and therapeutic interventions can help individuals manage and overcome their fear of storms. From therapy to support groups, there are avenues for understanding, coping with, and eventually overcoming astrophobia. The journey might be challenging, but the destination, a life free from the grip of this phobia, is well worth the effort. Remember, if you or someone you know experiences astrophobia, you are not alone. Reaching out for help is the first step toward reclaiming your life from the clutches of fear. There is hope, and there is help available. Don't let astrophobia continue to dictate your life. Take the first step towards a brighter, storm-free future. When it comes to treating astrophobia, knowledge is power. Understanding the mechanisms of fear and anxiety is the first step toward dismantling their hold. Two of the most effective therapies for astrophobia are cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, and exposure therapy, each working on different but complementary levels. Cognitive behavioral therapy focuses on identifying and changing negative thought patterns associated with storms. It's about recognizing the irrationality of the fear response and replacing it with calmer, more rational thoughts. Imagine someone fearing a storm because they believe their house will be struck by lightning. CBT would help them analyze the actual probability of such an event, providing a realistic perspective and reducing the perceived threat. Exposure therapy, on the other hand, tackles the fear head-on. It involves gradual and controlled exposure to storm-related stimuli, starting with less anxiety-provoking experiences like listening to recordings of storms and gradually progressing to more realistic situations. This process helps desensitize the individual to the triggers of their fear, allowing them to experience storms without the debilitating anxiety. Think of it like training for a marathon. You wouldn't start by running 26 miles on the first day. Similarly, exposure therapy starts with manageable steps, gradually increasing the intensity of exposure as the individual becomes more comfortable. This gradual approach allows the brain to relearn its response to storms, breaking the cycle of fear and avoidance. Both CBT and exposure therapy, often used in conjunction, empower individuals to regain control over their reactions to storms. These therapies provide the tools and techniques to manage anxiety, challenge negative thoughts, and ultimately face their fears head-on. It's a journey of reclaiming one's life from the grip of fear, a journey that, while challenging, is ultimately one of empowerment and liberation. Overcoming astrophobia is not about becoming fearless. It's about developing a healthier relationship with fear. It's about acknowledging that storms, while powerful, are a natural part of life, and learning to navigate them without letting fear dictate our actions. It's about reclaiming our peace of mind, one thunderstorm at a time. The journey toward overcoming astrophobia is a testament to the power of the human spirit, the ability to confront our deepest fears and emerge stronger on the other side. It's a journey that requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to challenge our perceptions. But the rewards are immeasurable: a life lived with less anxiety, more freedom, and a newfound appreciation for the world around us, storms and all. If you or someone you know is struggling with astrophobia, remember that there is hope, and there is help available. Seeking professional help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's about acknowledging that we don't have to face our fears alone. With the right support and guidance, it's possible to weather any storm, both literally and metaphorically. The journey might be challenging, but the destination, a life free from the grip of astrophobia, is well worth the effort. Take that first step, reach out for help, and begin your journey toward reclaiming your peace of mind. Remember, you are stronger than you think, and you don't have to let fear control your life any longer.